turn it off. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This video is going to be about looper pedal tips and tricks specifically for live guitar performance, because that's when you're mainly using your looper pedal. Looper pedal is really great for adding another layer to your live performances, specifically if you are a solo instrumentalist and you have another lead vocalist that you play with. Maybe you're doing background vocals and you want to add just layers to that performance. It's also entertaining as an audience member to watch the guitarist add on different tracks and create that total effect of having, a song behind you and then being able to solo over it or sing over it, do something like that. One of the biggest tricks, I think, to start that I discovered, and I've been working on this for weeks to see that this video, that this would work for this video, and it's really to practice with the looper pedal without your guitar first. And what it looks like is actually using a metronome, and you're practicing your foot timing. So we're gonna get used to clicking the pedal when it starts and stops recording. So I'm gonna take the guitar off first. Don't need the guitar for this. And we're going to go put the metronome on. And by the way, when you're doing the metronome, start at 100 BPM. You can go about 20 or 20 BPM plus or minus. You don't really want to go too low because then the looper pedal actually will double that. So for example, I went to 60 BPM. It actually tries to double it at 120. If you are using the Boss RC30 looper pedal, that's what I have. And by the way, I've tried this with the Helix looper as well, and it's different. So we're practicing the foot pedal timing because when you're impressing the foot on the pedal, you're actually noticing that when it starts to actually record could be different than you're expecting initially, and you want to just get used to that. So put a metronome on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, button record. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. 2, 3, 4. Now if I turn this on, this will allow us to hear that. So that's pretty close. Eventually it's probably going to get off if I'm a little off. I can hear mine is slightly slower. It means I need to push the pedal a little bit faster. Okay? So we're going to clear that. I hope you like my socks. I put them on specifically for this video. Okay. So that's one example. We're going to just do it for one bar. Okay? Because that's going to really challenge you to start and stop their looper pedal on that metronome and get it correct. Once you've isolated the foot timing with the looper pedal, you want to go to the guitar. Okay, so when you're working with the guitar, quick note here is really just I want to focus on your rhythm. We're going to start with 100 BPM again, and we're just going to start down strumming. Record yourself so you can actually hear discrepancies. In fact, if you use Logic Pro or another digital audio workspace, then you're going to be able to see the waveforms in line with the click track and see where you're with the lines of the program to see where your errors are, which would be really great if you want to get very micro with this. So then when you're with the metronome, do and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. One and a 2 and a. Got off a little. Okay, so some other quick tips and tricks I've learned with this, playing with the looper pedal live, is to record the chorus while you're playing the verse if the chords are the same. That's really useful, right? So another thing is with the looper pedal, specifically with the RC30, is you have two channels, right? You have left one, you hold on for, 4 seconds, it goes to the right channel, and that'll work really well for recording two layers. So it'll be like this, like, so. Hold on to it, switch channels. Okay, so we got two harmonies on the left track. If we stop that rhythm backing track, right? And you do a double click on the right pedal to stop both tracks. So that's useful for really adding a lot of layers. Another thing is, what you notice is I messed up a little in the beginning, and that's because you want to play through the phrase meaning whether it's 4 bars, whatever that section is of the song that you're playing. Play through that once before recording, and that'll really help you to have the timing locked in, know what chords you're playing. It's like, sometimes we just hit record, we're like, oh, this is gonna sound great, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna play it. And you want to know exactly what you're playing before you do it. And I've found that if I just play through it once, yes, it's gonna take longer to record that loop and to get into my solo or whatever layers I'm adding, but it's going to be better because you don't want to have to go re-record something because you just screwed up doing it live. Of course, with the boss, a quick note here is if you're using this one specifically, is to turn off the this here. Because what's happening is when I start recording these tracks, the boss is automatically adding I'm gonna sneeze. What's happening is the boss is automatically adding timing to your tracks based off of how you're playing. I think it like averages out the timing. And if you have that on for the rhythm, you can hear that, or you can have it turned down, you can't hear it. But the problem is that it's going to try recording, and it's going to start and stop on the downbeats, right? It's going to finish out the measure and start and stop on that downbeat. And that kind of screws you up if you're recording a new track, because you could erase this. You could erase both of these. And if this is what was still on, it would keep the timing. So then you go to a new song, you try to record, and it has the timing from the old song, and it tries to align your start and stop to that timing. So it totally messes you up. You want to make sure that button is off right there. Hopefully that makes sense. Next thing is have longer phrases with slower tempos. If you are, having trouble getting loops, you want to have a longer phrase. For example, you can do 2 phrases. Just play it again. And then stop there. That allows you to just not mess up so much. If you have a quick loop, getting that in time and consistently is a lot harder than bam and then waiting for a while, right? So that's a quick trick there. Think of your foot. Here's the best one. Don't just think of feet unless you're into that. Think of, and this is the final tip. Think of your foot as the final strum. Check it out. okay? At the end of that phrase, I think of, instead of strumming with the hand, I strum with the foot, essentially, right? That's helping you really get the downbeat right, and end the phrase at the right time and stay in time. So putting it all together, we're gonna try a little tune here where I'm gonna hit the metronome and I'm gonna try to, it's raw. This is gonna be a challenge to get this correctly. So we're gonna start the metronome. Okay, we're gonna use the foot. Get the phrase first. There we go. See, you can hear that's accurate, right? Hit the camera. Okay, let's turn that off. Now you have like a longer melody playing. Now it helps to add a layer that's like a little choppy and a little higher in pitch. Now turn it off. Cool thing here at the end. Something I've been trying to work on is also like with 2 feet here. You know, like stop the recording, quick solo, start it again, right? Start on like the end of the 4th beat, and then get on the 1. So anyway, hopefully this video is useful, helpful. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you like this video. Comment something you like about it or something you'd like to see for a new video, and subscribe for more videos. So thanks so much. Talk to you later. Pitch.